Hello my beautiful makeup lovers! Thank you so much for tuning in with me and a very warm welcome to my channel. Today I want to do another will I buy it video with you, so I'm going through new makeup releases and tell you if I'm gonna buy it or if I would buy it. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. We have some things to discuss and let me just get my phone to actually check out what I have marked that I want to talk about. And yeah, so let's just jump into, I know exactly what I want to talk about. The first thing, I just have to find it here. So this is what I want to talk about. This is the partial reveal of the new release from Nomad Cosmetics that's centered around the city Berlin. I talked about this in my first Will I Buy It once, and I'm going to talk about it here again because now they're actually revealed a little bit what it is. They have these 3 shades here so far revealed, but before we get into this, I actually want to speak a bit about this in general. So it really means a lot to me that they picked kind of the Berlin and especially the historical event of the fall. Or do you say the fall of the wall? That sounds like the fall of the wall. Like the coming down of the Berlin Wall, so the reunion of Germany. And that means a lot to me that they chose this because I was born in East Germany, and if these events wouldn't have happened, I would have grown up very differently. I think I would have still the most amazing parents on earth, of course, but still I would have grown up in a country that is very different than the one I grew up in, and I wouldn't have met a lot of people that I met in my life, including my husband, and I couldn't have had the life that I had at this moment. And I'm so grateful for this, so I'm so happy that they kind of picked this topic. And yeah, it's nice if they pick this kind of things to be part of their release, and I'm definitely gonna buy it. Let's just check the 3 colors that they revealed so far. So there's the color Kreuzberg, which is a district of Berlin actually, and it's kind of like a highlighter shade, I think, like rose, like champagne shade. Then the green, the color NDV, which is short for Neue Deutsche Welle, which was kind of the music stream that was going on at the time of the reunion. Why I have such a hard time saying this? Of the reunion of Germany. And then Deutschpunk, which is also, you know, German punk, was also kind of popular during this time. So it's nice that they chose these colors. I love the colors already that they've showed there. And I'm definitely gonna buy this. No questions asked. I'm so gonna buy this. And yeah, thanks Nomad Cosmetics for making this your topic on the new release that you're doing. So next up, I want to speak about something that has been already spoken about a lot in social media, I think. And this is this new palette from Anastasia, the Sultry palette. Let me just see if I can find a picture with swatches. Okay, so yes, this palette has gotten already a lot of it's super boring and not nice. I don't know, like people did rip out like the pops of color from the previous releases from Anastasia, and they said like, oh, if you take the pops of colors out of them, they look all the same and everything. And why this palette doesn't excite me, I have to be honest, I also do not think that this makes sense, especially considering that they already released the Soft Glam this year, which is very, very similar, like a very similar target audience. So this one, I do think that there are a few colors which look interesting. So this color Bloom, of course, it does intrigue me. Yes, it looks pretty. But I also think this color Cyborg and the color Ember, they do look pretty. Like they could have a dimension to them that you cannot see yet. And I think that's exactly the thing that I wanted to say, is that I have a couple of Anastasia's palette. I have, for example, one of them being the Prism palette, and I bought it one day because it was on sale, and I really liked this kind of acid yellow in there. I don't remember the name now. And I thought, okay, the shimmers is gonna be fine, it's gonna be nice. And then I swatched them like for myself, and they had a dimension to them that I could not see in pictures or videos. So maybe it's the same with these ones, that when you actually live for yourself swatch them, that they do have a dimension to them that you couldn't really see on pictures or anything. That's sometimes the case with Anastasia palettes. So if I ever get around swatching this actually in store, which probably I never will, because most of the stores that I have around here, they do not have Anastasia, maybe I'm gonna swatch it and I find it to be very pretty. But in general, yes, I'm also a bit disappointed in this release. I think it could have been a bit more exciting, a bit more, yeah, I don't know, less dull. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. So this is the Equinox palette from Makeup Slave. This is the Equinox palette, and I don't know, like I do think the packaging is gorgeous, and I love 9-pan palettes. It's really pretty. But if I take out this teal and this mustardy yellow directly under it, I'm like, I don't know, like it doesn't excite me as much as I thought during the sneak peek time of it. And so I'm probably gonna skip over this one because I just ordered a bunch of fall theme palettes as well. So probably I don't need another one, and I'm gonna do the reasonable thing for once in my life, and I'm gonna skip that one. So, and then we have here the new Concepts palette from Certify. This is the Affinity palette. I think it's gonna be called the Affinity palette. So far it's only a concept palette, as I understand from their Instagram. And it's kind of like, you know, purples and pinks down there, and then your yellows and oranges and reds up there. And I like this color scheme, I have to say that, I do like it, but I'm a bit, I'm currently testing out the Destiny palette, and this one had so far a lot of reds that all look really similar, at least to me. So I don't know, I'm afraid this will happen here as well with the reds, oranges. I do like this really bright yellow up there, that looks really pretty. It looks like it's gonna be an all matte thing maybe. And yeah, I don't know, like probably my collector heart, I have all of the Certify eyeshadow palettes, so probably I'm gonna buy it. But I don't know, it's the first time I'm kind of doubting it, but I think I can forgive one palette that I'm not that sure about it. I did not make my verdict on the Destiny palette yet, so maybe in the end I'm gonna end up loving it. So, and then I'm for sure will buy this, but even if I don't, I probably will go and purchase this one. But it doesn't even have a release date yet or anything, so this is gonna be some time to go. Next up, we have here the first 3 shades revealed from the new eyeshadow palette, the Furrow palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. Menagerie Cosmetics was formerly Makeup Monsters Cosmetics. I think that's how they were called. And they transferred kind of the brand to Menagerie Cosmetics. And yeah, so these are the first 3 shades. They look awesome. If the next shades are like that, I mean, the swatches look really pretty, and I really like this kind of yellow they have there, like a really saturated one without being like an electric one. And this green looks also really pretty. Whew, I think I definitely have to buy that one. I'm sorry. I do, yeah, I will buy that one. When it comes out, I will buy it. Next up, actually, Juvia's Place. I saw 2 sneak peeks of new palettes from them. So this one, the Warrior 2, and then I also saw the Tribe collection. So I'm not entirely sure if the Warrior 2 and also the Tribe is gonna be both eyeshadow palettes. I don't know that. The thing is, with Juvia's Place is only available for me to order from their website in the US. And usually Beauty Bay used to stock Juvia's Place, which they kind of stopped since. So the last palette they took into their that they took into Beauty Bay was the festival palette, and the Warrior is still not stocked. And I actually reached out to Beauty Bay and they said they will not stock it. So if you have been waiting for this, try to find another retailer that does. And also they said they don't know yet about the Freak palette. So I highly doubt that they're going to stock Warrior 2 and the Tribe collection. I don't know. I think I will have to order one day on Juvia's website to get my hands on all these palettes. And probably I'm gonna pick up then as well the Warrior 2 and the Tribe collection. Yeah, it's a pity. It's a little bit of pity that Beauty Bay stopped being reliable on this. But I did hear that Juvia's Place also comes to, they're planning to make a European website, but they're supposedly only going to ship to certain countries like the UK and some others. I don't know exactly, which is a pity because probably not going to be Spain. And yeah, so I don't know, like I find it always a bit annoying if brands are so hard to get a hold of if they already have retailers here in Europe. And Juvia's Place is not that small anymore, you know, so they could actually do something about it, I think. And yeah, so if I can get my hands on it, I will buy it, let's be honest. I collect Juvia's Place, so I'm probably gonna pick it up at some point. Okay, so let's move on. What did I want to talk about? Ah yeah, okay, so this is the new palette from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, which personally, I have to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed with the layout by itself, because Makeup Addiction Cosmetics used to have this kind of 8-pan palette with this big round pans, and you could pop out easily because it had this little moon shaped thing that you can just put your finger in and pops out. And yeah, so this one is not designed like this. It's 15 shades, and I do like the 8-pan palette. So from the layout, I'm a bit like, okay, I guess we have to change. All right. From the colors itself, if I just consider this, I do like it. It has really pretty colors in it. This Egyptian queen, this kind of very bright golden teal that you can see there, two-faced, and this color orgasm. They look really pretty, and yeah, probably I will pick it up. Yes, I say this too much today. I have to be more strict. It does release on the 30th of October, so it's still a bit to go. So it's like a month still to decide if I'm gonna get it, but most likely I'm gonna get it, and it's a European brand, so it's easily accessible for me. And yeah, I'm excited for this. I am. Let's move on. And the next thing that I want to talk about is, what is it exactly? So these are the 2 new quads. I believe it's 2 from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. They have this kind of quads, and they you can buy them on their website. That was a really good insight from myself, right? And here you have, I don't know, how did they call them? I don't know. I'm gonna put it somewhere here how these quads are gonna be called. And this kind of peachy golden one does look really pretty. It really looks pretty. And the other one, the more like purple one, also does look really pretty. I don't know, like every time I see something from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, I think like, oh, this is so pretty. And I definitely will buy at one point from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. And I don't know if I'm gonna exactly include these ones. My plan with them is more picking up one of the big palettes, like the staple palette, and then pick a few colorful singles around it, and then just get this. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick up one of the quads, but maybe 1 or 2 of the colors which are in there I'm gonna pick up, because this, especially this very peachy matte, like the more intense one, looks really pretty, really pretty. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up getting 1 or 2 shades of these quads, and not the whole quads. Here. So at this moment, this is a bit pre-filmed, like 3 days before, so could be that this is now revealed how it looks on the inside. This is the new fall palette from Emma Cosmetics. And usually what I think is that they usually take like palettes and then they put existing shades that they have as singles in there, which is absolutely fine. Like this is not a problem, because people who do not want to go through the singles of a company, they can actually just grab a whole color story that had been put together for them and just take this. And personally, I lately got into picking out my singles myself, so I am not sure if I'm going to pick this up. So I did order from Emma Cosmetics a while ago. I mentioned this like a million times, but anyway, I'm going to mention it again. And I still don't have it. It's now with customs here in Spain, so probably if I gonna like these shades, I'm gonna pick up some Emma Cosmetics in the future as well. But I am probably not gonna buy like a whole collection like this one. Okay, so this is the new Natasha Denona like mini palette. Do they call it mini palette? It's their holiday release for 2018. It's called Cranberry palette. It's gonna be with 4 new shades, so 4 of them are new, 1 of them is apparently already existing, and it's gonna be $48. It's coming soon. As I passed also on the Safari palette, I'm gonna pass on this one as well, because now I'm even more. I watched a video from Mel Thompson. And she did a first impression or 2 looks with the Safari palette, and she had so much struggles. She literally hated this palette. She used the word hate. I'm gonna link this video down below, and she didn't like it whatsoever. The result, like when I usually go to her channel, she has the most amazing skills. I think from her, I really go there to learn. So when she cannot make something work, I know I for sure cannot make it work at all. So yeah, I am so happy I didn't grab the Safari palette. I'm not gonna pick this one either. So, but she said that it's a different formula than usually. I don't know if they changed the formula in general. I have no idea about this. But I'm not gonna spend $48 on 5 eyeshadows on maybe standing there like her and thinking, oh my god, this is awful. And yeah, so I'm gonna skip this one, while I think the color story is pretty. Okay, so do I have something else I want to speak about? This is gonna be my last thing for today. I spoke only about eyeshadow actually. Well, that's what I'm about. I'm about eyeshadow, what can I say? So Hypnose Cosmetics has a few new fall shades available, and they look pretty. I have never tried Hypnose Cosmetics. I have been following them for a while now on Instagram, and I really do like what they reveal there, like what they show. The swatches look always pretty. The people that do looks with their eyeshadows looks really good. So I like this. I cannot buy so much makeup, so probably I'm gonna skip this one for now, but I will try Hypnose Cosmetics at some point. I feel like I'm saying this to everything today, and I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, but that's just how it is. And yeah, so especially what I really like about this one is this grass green and this kind of lavender shade that is kind of on, from your perspective, on the right side on the top. This kind of lavender pinky shade that looks really pretty. So yeah, I'm excited to try from them soon and probably pick up some of these shades for sure these 2 that I mentioned. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I know there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it's not eyeshadow. These are the new lipsticks from Pat McGrath, and they're gonna be so they're gonna be tinted lip balms, as far as I understand it. They're gonna be each $38. And yeah, so $38 for a tinted lip balm. I think I never spent that much on a tinted lip balm. And I know Pat McGrath is very expensive, and I do have one of their palettes. I admit that. and I think it's really good. It's really, really good, but I don't think, like, I think also, for example, Juvia's Place is really good, and their palettes usually retail around $25. So that means I could buy around 5 eyeshadow palettes from Juvia's Place, but I don't think Pat McGrath is 5 times better than Juvia's Place. They are a little bit better, I admit that. They have a notch to it, and their colors are really unique that they have, that I say, okay, I can get it if they're a bit more expensive, and if they would be like in the $50 to $80 range, probably I would pick up more from them. But this is ensuring me, like, I'm not gonna spend $38 on the tinted lip balm, even though I do think that the colors are pretty, but I think it's just too much money for me. Like, if I would not be worried about money at all, probably I would pick up more from them, because I do think it's a really, really quality-wise good brand. But at this moment in my life, I cannot not justify for this bit better of quality to spend this much more money, if this makes sense. So I'm gonna skip this tinted lip balms as well. And yeah, so I'm not judging you at all if you buy Pat McGrath for this price tag. If I could, I would do it as well. You know, just because I think they're a tiny little bit better than most other brands, but not enough to justify the price. And yeah, so I'm gonna skip those, and I like to end with something that I'm gonna skip, so I'm gonna leave it here. And thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of videos. Let me know in the comments down below what are the things that you're planning to pick up, which releases excite you the most in the near future, because I always like to hear about releases also that I have not come across yet, because it's impossible to see all the new releases. So let me know. And please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to see you here in my next video. Bye bye!